molded her, the way they have structured her entire syllabus, the way she could cover up those missed classes. I don't think any other place would have been so helpful. No.
So apart from this, like ma'am, as a parent, what role did you play in Manya's NEET preparation journey, or what advice would you like to give to other parents if they are supporting their children in this journey?
Harsh, I would say that the first thing is, as mentioned, as they say in India, that हर जगह यही कहा जाता है, बच्चे को वही करने दो जो वो करना चाहता है. As an elder person, I would say that आप बच्चे को वही करने दीजिए जो वो करना चाहता है. But we have more experience, so we know the ifs and buts, the pros and cons of all the professions, and we have lived with the child. So we know what are the inclinations of the child. So I think as a parent, just saying that उसे वही करने दो जो वो करना चाहता है is a kind of shrugging of responsibilities. I think you need to just hold their hand, speak to them, let them pour their heart out, and then sit and analyze. So this is what I asked Manya, and I observed over a period of time that her inclination towards biology is quite a lot. Although there are other fields in biology, biotechnology, there are a lot of other fields which I have explored. That was something I've been doing over a period of 5 years. But this is what medicine is not just just do MBBS and aap doctor ban gaye. No, it has to have you have to have that what do you say? There has to be a passion to get into that field to an extent that come what may. Not because you want to become the best doctor. You do it because you want to give some kind of service which gives you satisfaction at the end of your career or maybe 30 years down the line. So this is what was in my mind. So as a parent, I feel that parents should speak to their child, give them options, but also be a little assertive that this, I think, is going to be good for you. It's only because we gather experience from our entire younger age and then working and
I guess it's evident that at times, not at times, like in most of the cases, parents actually do understand their children better than they understand themselves.
Correct, yeah. I think parents की responsibility ज़्यादा इस तरह से होती है कि once your child is into something, then you have to be there 100% for them. You just have to be there, come what may. Whether you're working, you're not working, you have to learn to take out time for them, because you can't just tell a child, okay, you do this and then you prepare and then you do this and you give this exam and you give this exam and then okay fine and I'll sit and watch. No, it doesn't work like that.
We need to guide them throughout.
You have to be there, you have to get involved in what they're doing and keep guiding them, and it keeps them motivated. They feel there's support of parents and teachers, so there's this double wall, which is just pushing them. There's this wall and this pushing them towards the goal. So that is very important. Unless you have this support, you have a tendency to fall anywhere. There's a lot of distractions. So I think this support of teacher and parent, it's a very good amalgamation. And this is how all kids should be taken forward. And there is no way that I wouldn't say, intelligence is a different thing, but hard work. Nothing can. I learned this at Target, that the hard work the teachers have put in and motivated the students to put in. I have never seen Manya working so hard. I mean, she's been very hard working, but this last 1.5 year, the way she has geared up, it's because of Target. And she would get up in the morning, and there were times I don't want to go, it's far off. There were instances like this, but then there was something inside her which was just pushing her. Okay, fine, no, I'll just go. Let me just go. I want to go there. I want to get this. Then she would come back. Then check all her papers. So the kind of
The discipline that they have ingrained.
the discipline they have ingrained over 1.5 years, and the questionnaires and the extensive amount of study material which was given to us initially, and they made sure that the child goes through all of them gradually. See, the whole thing is made it's a very subtle, smooth process. And see, these are my feelings, and my experience says that in the last 15 days, the amount of stress which builds up for a child and for the parents, and I think as parents हम कुछ ज़्यादा ही बच्चे को stress कर देते हैं. अब ये भी कर लो, वो भी कर लो, which I was also doing, and then finally I realized it's not worth it, because I think she's done her best over a period of time. And finally, जब paper आया and we discussed the paper, the first thing which struck me was the whole paper was done. She of course did a few silly mistakes. The whole paper was done by her only because of the structured planning, the practice, especially physics and chemistry, the calculations. The paper was quite lengthy. It was kind of easy, she said, but lengthy. There were a lot of calculations in physics. And see, it's not possible for a child to just do it on their own. They need guidance in how do you procure in expediting the process of calculations, right? So that is what is taught there, and I think teachers are very approachable. You have these doubt cells, although Manya did not go to many doubt cells, because she said that everything is clear to me in the class itself. I said, do you listen to the teacher so carefully? She said, yes, I do. And then once it's explained to us, we don't even need to read it from the book. It's explained so well. So she said it just gets just picturized, and I just picturize it, and then it's just there. It just doesn't go away anywhere. So I think, so imagine the amount of effort the teachers put in explaining these things to children, that they come to the kids who get involved. They know how to involve children, and you get all kinds of children. See, there are children, you get children who will not really be very interested, but have the knack and the art of involving and engrossing the children into the curriculum and making it interesting for them. And when there was one more interesting thing I forgot. We initially joined as a weekend batch. That was TE10. Yeah, TE10. That was Saturday, Sunday. That was while she was in 11th. That was still, and in March I shifted her from weekend class to weekday classes. So that was one sensible decision we had made. It helped her progress faster, and I'm not saying that the weekend was not up to the mark. All I'm trying to analyze is the time duration in the weekend. She was getting a little exhausted because we were traveling a lot. So the amount of course covered, the amount of tests given, everything is very well balanced and equated, both for weekend and weekday classes. Because of our distance, I opted for weekday classes, because weekends they would cover up with, obviously you need to give in those more extra hours. So we would cover up that way. So, and they give you enough amount of time, like Monday to Friday when you have classes. Saturday and Sunday you're given enough amount of time to revise. Then 12 the amount of if you see the books, and then they change the syllabus from old NCERT to new NCERT. It becomes very difficult for the child to absorb all that from the NCERT books. So they were taught NCERT. Along with that, the whole curriculum was topped up with their notes, and scrolled through the biology notes, because that's something which interests me. Physics and chemistry is beyond me. So the way they frame the questions, the way the options are given. And then I also looked into, see, as a parent I would look for other coaching centers, question papers. It's a natural tendency.
Yes.
That it's a fact, that you look at questionnaires of other coaching centers.
Yes.
I didn't do that. I thought of doing it, but then I felt that no, this place is sufficient, absolutely sufficient.
At times parents do think like
Yes.
like the process needs to be like foolproof.
They want to, in that run to make everything foolproof.
Foolproof, yes.
In fact, distract the child. You're confusing them all the more. I think they're at one of the best places. They're guided well, they're supported well. I told you those 2 walls. So, they have been standing behind Manya since the time of her joining, and her missed classes were covered up. We were in fact supported by video sessions for the missed classes. All kinds of support was provided by them. The doubt cell, and another interesting thing was the classes which are conducted. See, अभी तो हम इंग्लिश में बात कर रहे हैं, पर देखो कुछ बच्चे होते हैं who are not very comfortable with English properly. So the teachers amalgamate the languages so well, they make it so interesting for children.
Yes.
That is very important. It's not just a child. We're not. It should not be a place where a child is pushed into. You have to do this. You have to do this. You have to do this, and then this is the structured plan, and then you're disconnected.
Just get this done.
Yeah, get this done. Then you can never get the best out of the child. Impossible. So I felt that when I visited Target PMT on 8th November, I still remember the date distinctly. This is the place I wanted my child to be in, right? Because I could have that connection with them. It's not that, okay, they're not disconnected. They're involved with the child's activity. Okay, what is she doing? Where are they going? They call you. The children staying in the hostel. While I was sitting at the office reception, I saw that teachers counseling the children from the hostel as to their food problems or their going home or their parents. And the way they're counseled, it was admirable. I have not seen that at any other coaching center.
Maybe because they're concerned enough for the students, just like the guardians are
Right.
concerned for the
They
for
are
their
very
children.
concerned as to what is happening to each child. They know the names of each child.
Maybe they know like the complete dynamics of each and every student, like what is going on.
Yes, they know what exactly is going on in their lives, because at this stage, because of the stress they undergo. मतलब मुझे इस जगह पे कभी ये नहीं लगा कि कुछ stress हो रहा है. We were enjoying it. It was in fact sometimes like a picnic of going from Noida to Janakpuri. Okay, travel and then we'll travel back. Sometimes there would be a lot of traffic. She would be having her books, and while driving back or while going, and प्रैक्टिस इतनी कराई जाती है, इतनी कंसिस्टेंटली प्रैक्टिस कराई जाती है कि 1.5 साल बच्चा, अब 2 साल जो बच्चा रहे, देयर इज नो वे आई थिंक दे विल नॉट लिव नीट.
Yes.
It is, see, just getting 720 on 720 is not the goal. Of course, if you get it, commendable.
Yes.
But what is taught here at this place is any child who gets above 600, let's say 600, let's keep our margin 600. See, they put in same amount of effort. It is just a little bit of luck here and there on that particular day. So this thing is well specified to them. It is not told to them, oh, आपने इतने नंबर लाने हैं, ये करना है, ये है. उससे ना कंपटीशन होना चाहिए, बट वो कंपटीशन डिग्रेडिंग नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be very
Peer
healthy.
pressure shouldn't be there.
There's no peer pressure there. There's absolutely no peer pressure there. आप जाके अपने मार्क्स डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, कहाँ पे गलती हुई है, you can correct that, and so it was a very smooth sail for us. So in fact, मान्या कई बार 400 में भी आ जाते थे नंबर, कई बार 500 में, and I would ask her teachers कि मैम ये तो ठीक नहीं हो रहा है. I was the one who was getting stressed. So they said no, that's not the right way to look at it. What you should see is
Progress maybe.
yes, see the progress. See the progress. Right now we are going extensively deep. So then she explained the concept to me. मुझे ये बात ही नहीं समझ आ रही थी that अभी जो बच्चा आप एक टॉपिक में से उसको 50 क्वेश्चन दे रहे हैं, जिसमें से सिर्फ एक क्वेश्चन आना है नीट में. सो दिस वाज एक्सप्लेन्ड टू मी बाय किरण मैम. उसमें से एक क्वेश्चन आना है. सो out of 50 questions, if your child is doing 40 questions right, and बाकी 10 clear कर लिए, और अगर आधे भी किए, so it is nothing to fret about, क्योंकि हम इतना डेप्थ में करा रहे हैं एक एक टॉपिक कि यहाँ के नंबर अभी मैटर ही नहीं करते हैं. तो इनका ये जो प्लान है ना, ये मैंने कहीं नहीं देखा है. दिस होल कंसेप्ट इज एक्चुअली वेरी इनोवेटिव, कि आपने एक चैप्टर कराया, उसमें आपने 50-100 क्वेश्चन दिए. आफ्टर दैट only one question will be picked up towards the end.
Yes.
But now see, you've trained the child 5 times in that topic so well that the whole stress dilutes towards the end.
So this was basically like explained to you by
Yes.
Kiran ma'am.
This was explained to me by Kiran ma'am, that relax, don't worry.
Because this needs to be, told to parents that this is not something to be worried about.
Exactly. So अगर स्कोर भी आपका कम आ रहा है, फाइनली जब पूरा कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कंसोलिडेटेड नीट होगा, तो उसमें हर टॉपिक में से एक ही क्वेश्चन आएगा, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 2, मैक्सिमम 3, नॉट मोर देन दैट. And that is something which has been taught to you 300 times in those 300, 500 questions.
The probability of getting it wrong
Yes,
is like reduced
is
to
literally reduced to 1%.
Yes.
So this is the extent to which they go in preparing the child.
Yes.
Alright? And ये concept बहुत लोग follow नहीं करते हैं, because it needs a lot of effort from the teachers, from the institute.
And administration and execution as well.
Yes, execution of this whole process. So, as a parent, when you get involved into this, so get involved into these things rather than stressing the child. I would say that. आप ये देखिए that your child is, leave the marks aside. Because there were times we were very dejected. नहीं हो रहा है, ये नहीं हो रहा है, वो नहीं हो रहा है, we are not scoring well. So I would ask her, she would get irritated. So then I didn't know what to do. So I went to Kiran ma'am. So she said, so this is how it works.
And maybe one more thing which we can conclude from here is that both parents and the aspirants should they should learn to trust the process, trusting the
Correct.
process.
Yes, that's very important. I felt that there's a mushrooming of coaching centers, we all know, right? It's a booming business, we all know that. But target का niche है, ये connect करता है parents and students से. I have been so touched by their entire perception of teaching Manya, the entire involvement of the teachers and their involvement with me as well. In
With the
fact,
parents as well.
yes.